we do need to pick a side on the game. And Jenks and I have been waffling back and forth. And here's the advice I think I would give to people who are finding themselves in the same boat. I think if you have a gut feeling that you have felt the whole time, and you can find at least 3 good reasons to stick to your guns, you stick with it. Because there is nothing more frustrating than having a gut feeling, being talked out of it, and then you lose. So, Jenks, I know you've been back and forth. It feels like you finally landed on the Niners. Can you find 3 good reasons to back the Niners here?
Yes, I can. First of all, let me say for the record, BetQL asked for our picks earlier in the week, and I chose the Chiefs. So I'm not trying to pull a fast one here, okay? I have changed my mind. So I'm going with the 49ers. And if the Chiefs win, I'm not going to say, oh, see, I made this pick for BetQL. I will stick with the 49ers. One reason is I think they are the better team, which may sound very basic, but all of this Chiefs love that I have seen over the past couple of weeks is based on the past couple of weeks. And we have an entire sample size to look at. And of course, which team is playing better matters. Which team has the most momentum matters. But a month ago, to a person, everyone would say the 49ers are the best team in the NFL. Maybe it's the Ravens. And the Chiefs can't catch the ball. They don't have the same offense. Well, all of a sudden, the Chiefs win a couple of playoff games, and we're all back on Kansas City like their receivers have suddenly become all-world. I think we could see some regression here. I think the 49ers are the better overall team. Number 2, I don't think we're giving Brock Purdy enough credit. He is a very good quarterback. And, of course, measuring up against Patrick Mahomes, you say it's Patrick Mahomes. It's Patrick Mahomes. Yes, there's no question Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback. But what else do you want from Brock Purdy? He's taken his team to the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl in his first 2 seasons. And he has more weapons to work with. And also, I don't think they're going to sabotage themselves like the Ravens sabotage themselves by getting away with what got them there in the first place. And then finally, almost everyone is on the Chiefs. And when I see this, when I see everyone talking about Mahomes as a dog, and listen, you can make an easy case for Kansas City. I get it. I just feel like based on what we've seen over the past 2 weeks in the playoffs, we are forgetting how dominant the Niners were all season long. And I think that's why they're favored. I think that's why the line hasn't moved. And I'm going to stick with San Francisco.
Doesn't it feel like the Niners have been underachieving? Have they yet to play a full game of good football this postseason? I think that's what makes me the most scared to go against the Niners here. Because at some point, they're going to put it all together. And it's almost like betting is the stock market. And this is a stock, a blue chip stock, all season long. And then it hits the dip for like a couple little notches. And you're like, okay, is it time to keep selling? No. Eventually, this blue chip stock is going to go back to where it was, all season long. So I think for that reason, there are some good cases for the Niners. And also the fact that the Chiefs, their weakness is against the run. Like, it's not like a huge weakness. They're not a bad defense overall. They're a very good defense overall, but they can be had against the run. When you have somebody like Christian McCaffrey, not a great matchup. But how about the case for the Chiefs? And I guess I will be taking that since I am on the Chiefs. This was my gut feeling. It feels super square. And I totally agree with you that everybody's on the Chiefs. And this is normally where it goes the other direction. And this is why we see those grand, big buildings in Las Vegas, because they win their money at the sports books. But the case for the Chiefs is Patrick Mahomes is an underdog. It is square but sharp at the same time. Yes, he is the greatest quarterback in the NFL and also incredible in this position. 10-1-1 against the spread as an underdog. You will hear that stat all week long, and I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face because it's important here. Also, the fact that this Chiefs defense has been so very good. You look at the Chiefs defense in the second half, there is a reason why their second half unders have been scorching hot. 16-2 to the second half under in their last 18 games because Steve Spagnuolo is so good at making those halftime adjustments and really putting the clamps down on opposing offenses. And number 3, the experience. Experience matters in the biggest game of the season. The spotlight's not going to be too bright for Patrick Mahomes. This is a team that's been there, done that. They've dealt with the circus of Super Bowl week. And again, they have the best player on the face of planet Earth, currently speaking. It's very hard to go against them because, Jenks, if you're on the Niners and the Chiefs have the ball with 2 minutes left to play, aren't you feeling a little nervous?
Yeah, it's over. It's over. And I know it. So, both things can be true. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback on the planet. And if he gets the ball with under 2 minutes to play, it's over. I don't feel confident about that at all. But what I anticipate or what I hope happens is that the Niners suffocate the Chiefs, slowly start to suffocate them. And by being physical and by running the football. Honestly, I think that's the key. That's the key for the Niners is you got to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. You can't have 3 and outs. You can't just go to the passing game and have Brock Purdy try to win the game for you. You have to rely on Christian McCaffrey, rely on your weapons however you can, run the football, which is the one area which we keep talking about, which is the Chiefs' weakness, and keep Patrick on the sidelines. You hear that all the time, but it's such a good strategy. If you can move the ball and take time off the clock, that will benefit the 49ers. And then you wear out that Chiefs defense to an extent. But if it goes back and forth and the Niners aren't able to move the ball, then they are in trouble because then if you get Patrick Mahomes on the field enough, he is eventually going to burn you.
Okay, so I've heard a lot of strong arguments for the sides because I do think you can make a strong case for either one. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this total. Do you think it's because it's set kind of in a place where it could go either direction? 47.5 is, it's not a low total, but it's not like a super high total. And if you're new to sports betting, it feels like a quote unquote high total would be like 51 and a low total would be anything under 45. Jenks, do you have a feeling on this total? Like, I don't really want to touch it because I do think it's going to be a lower scoring affair. If we think that both teams are going to try to establish the run and both these defenses have been pretty solid. But again, when you have the big play potential of somebody like Patrick Mahomes and pick your poison on the Niners offense, I think I'm scared to take an under.
Oh, I'm taking the under. I love the under in this game, actually.
Oof. Brave man.
I really do. I think we're getting sucked into the idea that the Niners have all these playmakers. You got Patrick Mahomes. How can this not hit the over? But again, I think if you're the Niners, what do you want to do? You want to run the ball. You want to take time off the clock. You want to keep Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines. And let's not forget, by the way, that second half unders for the Chiefs, which you mentioned, have been an absolute moneymaker. How many points did the Chiefs score a couple weeks ago against the Ravens in the second half? 0. They did not score. They got all their points in the first half. And so these are two exceptional defenses. I think we're being lulled into this sense that this could be a high-scoring game because of the talent on the field. Defense isn't sexy, right? Nobody likes to talk about two great defenses. But ultimately, I think if the Niners, like I say, if they want to run the football into the teeth of that Chiefs defense and take time off the clock, and you have these two defenses, which are very good, 47 and hook feels too high to me.
I think if you like an under, there would be a good opportunity to live bet this game. Because it would not shock me if we see some points in the first half, because both of these coaches are so good at game planning that I wouldn't be shocked if we see the offenses look markedly better in the first half. So maybe wait till they score a couple of touchdowns and you get a better number on this, because I do think the scoring is going to slow down markedly in the second half. But I do think you might be nervous in the first half if both these offenses are chugging along. And like I said, I think we will see some good game planning from both sides. Both these guys are known as offensive minds. But I don't know. Do you think you'll be live betting, or do you think you'll have too much like buffalo sauce on your fingers?
You read my mind. I was like, Chelsa, I'm going to have buffalo wings in my hands. I'm going to have sauce all over my face. Be like, are you going to live bet? Dude, no. I tried to, and now there's wing sauce. No. Definitely, I'm going to make that my new avatar. My avatar. Or just on Twitter. That's going to be my new profile picture. It's going to be me going, this is me trying to live bet with wing sauce on my fingers. So, no, I'm not going to live bet. I will have enough bets on the game, but I actually like that strategy a lot.
I think that is a good case for why wings should not be the number one Super Bowl food. I've had this talk with people. I think chicken tenders or chicken nuggets are actually a better food because now you can incorporate the live betting aspect into it. When you got sauce all over your sticky little hands, how are you supposed to be typing bets into your phone? So, team chicken tenders over team chicken wings in the Super Bowl. I'm taking the underdog. And I'm also taking the underdog in the game. Jenks is on the Niners. I'm on the Chiefs. We'll see how it pans out.